those of us who are supporting, the cancer warriors, ACC warriors, what is it that we can do to, I don't know, be in a place that's kind for ourselves, but really for the people who are supporting the people that we're supporting, rather.
I think when you're a carer, the most important thing is the compassion, because we really need you to look after yourself first. And I think when you're caring, it's very easy to try and push your own needs to one side because you're so worried about the other person, and you think, well, I don't have cancer, I'm fine. But actually, like you're saying, there's this huge emotional and mental health difficulty that goes on. So, it's that old adage, put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you help someone else. So, just do a check-in with where you're at. The challenge is you can't force someone to talk about something, and sometimes people disengage, as I said, as a protective mechanism. It's because they're not ready to, or maybe they don't have the resilience to actually engage in the more difficult stuff. But what can be really helpful is modeling, and I think sometimes if we can show that we're okay with the difficult stuff, it can very much give permission to others. So it might be something as simple as saying, I'm finding the cancer really, really difficult to deal with. Do you ever have those feelings? Or do you know what, last night I couldn't sleep because I was so worried about the scan. Does that ever happen to you? So you're talking about your own experiences, your own feelings. You're not forcing the conversation with your mum. She can say, no, I don't ever worry about that, or I'm fine. But what you're doing is letting her know that you find it difficult. And that's why I always say it's okay if we get upset. It's really important to be comfortable with the difficult feelings. So, if you need to cry, and if your mum sees you, maybe that's going to help. And you can say, this is tough, this is really hard. And, I often wonder if you have the same sort of feelings, and it kind of makes me sad that you're not able to share them with me. So I really hope you've got someone to share them with. So again, it's about that sort of modeling process where we're saying, I have these difficult feelings. I find it hard. Do you? So trying to create a curiosity as well as a permission. There are techniques that we do in families. Very often we do it with younger children, but I think they work just as well. And that's kind of taking this idea of worry time a bit further. So it could be that, sometimes what we do is everyone writes down their worries and they put it in a jar. Doesn't have to say who it's from or why. And then just gradually everyone, you shake up the worries, everyone picks out a worry and you go through it. And this could be done at the end of a family mealtime, for example. Because, you're absolutely right. What we're looking for is to get you guys talking and talking in a really honest way. Because the chances are, if you're able to take that next step, you're going to be able to support each other a bit better. Everyone's going to feel a bit more emotionally resilient because everyone's understanding each other a bit better. And that's only going to help you. Yeah, am I understanding you? And let me know if I can, if you want to talk a bit about it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. And the only other thing I would say is that it's sometimes really helpful if you do joint or family sessions with a therapist or a psychologist, because what they can do is they can facilitate that modeling and that conversation, and it takes away some of the responsibility and kind of it's easier to do the permission giving that way.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.